Hello students, let's get ready for the lesson today. 8th grade math, unit 1, lesson 3. It's called grid moves and this is video 2. Your learning goal is to be able to say, I can draw transformations of figures. We will draw rotations, reflections, and translations without using the Geogebra transformation tools. That's right, no tools. You must use the drawing tool and the line segment tool. The graph can help you to count spaces. Number 1, draw a translation of triangle ABC. You can choose any direction and distance that is easy for you. Okay, for a translation, everything moves in the same direction by the same distance. So if I move point C one space this way, then I move point B one space this way, and I move point A one space this way. So I can draw my translated image by going to the line segment tool, and then just moving each point over one space. That's an easy way. There's a translated image of triangle ABC. I could go any direction I want. I could also go up. I'm going to use the pen to help me count spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 spaces up. Now let's move point B 4 spaces up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And C, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then use the line segment tool to connect your dots. There we go. Oops. No, not there. Well, I made some mistakes, so let me delete that line. There we go. Back to my line segment tool. Oh, it really wants to click down there. I wonder why that is. There we go. I got it, but I have an extra line by mistake. So I'll delete those. Okay, those are my 2 translated triangles. You only need 1. You can translate any direction you want. Number 2 says, draw a reflection of the triangle ABC. You can choose any line of reflection that is easy for you. A reflection. Any line of reflection that is easy for you? Well, I think a line right above would be easy. Then I just count the spaces from the figure to the line, and then from the line to the image. Watch. 1, 2. Okay, 2 spaces. Now, 1, 2. So A prime would be here. A prime. And then C is 1 space away. So C prime is going to be 1 space away, like that. And then B is 1, 2, 3 spaces away. So the image will be 3 spaces away to have B prime. 1, 2, 3. There's B prime. And then take the line segment tool to connect them. From A prime to B prime, C prime, and back to A prime. There. That's my reflected image. Do you want to try one more? What if our line of reflection was here? Then we would count the spaces going this direction. From C to the line is 1 space, so C prime is also 1 space away from the line. And from B to the line is 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, so count 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away. That's B prime. And then A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces away. Count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Point A. I'll use the line segment tool to connect that. From C prime to B prime to A prime, back to C prime. I have showed you two different reflections, but you only need one. Number 3 says, draw a rotation of triangle ABC. Choose any angle or direction that is easy for you. Okay, we're going to draw a rotation. So we need to choose a center point of rotation. Well, if I chose a center point way out here and rotated my triangle, it might look like this. And that could be like a 40-degree angle, I guess, 45. That's just an estimate. I could draw that. But I have another idea that could be easier. What if I choose a point of rotation that is on the figure, like point C? And then I could just imagine some grid lines here. And if I want to rotate a 90-degree rotation, then I'll just compare everything from this line and then compare it again from this line. So measuring from this line here, let me change the color so we'll be able to see what we're doing here. Now measure from this line, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces over and 1 space down. Now let's measure from this line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces over and 1 space down. So there is A prime. Let's measure B. 1, 2, 3 spaces over, 1, 2, 2 spaces down. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There's B prime. And C stays the same because C is my center of rotation. Next, I'll use the line segment tool to connect the points. There it is, line segment. So from C to A prime to B prime and back to C, there's a 90-degree rotation around point C. Number 4 asks you, what angle and direction did you rotate your triangle ABC in task 3? Well, I chose 90 degrees counterclockwise. Okay, try number 5 next. Draw a translation of pentagon ABCDE so that vertex C moves to C prime. This is a translation. Remember, with a translation, everything moves the same distance and the same direction. Imagine a vector from C to C prime. You would have the same vector from D to D prime, the same vector from A to A prime, and the same vector from B to B prime, and the same vector from E to E prime. Now, if I want to be really accurate, I could measure out these points. Let me show you what I mean. If I want to be really accurate, I can measure how many units C is away from C prime. So that's 1, 2, 3 units down, and then measure across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 units across. So that's a more accurate way to measure all of my points. Let's try it with B. 3 units down, 1, 2, 3, and 14 units across. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's B prime. Let's try with A. 3 units down, 1, 2, 3, and then 14 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's A prime. And with E, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And D, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Phew, 15. That's a lot of counting. So that's a more accurate way to translate from C to C prime. Then get the line segment tool and connect your points. Yeah, something like that. I think point D prime looks a little off. Did I count that right? I'll just double check real quick. Use my pen here. Should be 14 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Look at that. I went too far. That's okay because I can just grab the arrow, the move tool, and pull that dot right back. There. That's better. I thought that looked funny. Number 6. Draw a reflection of pentagon ABCDE across line L. They already give you line L. Remember, for a reflection, the points on the figure are an equal distance away from the line of reflection as the points on the image. So I need to count these distances, count the units of each distance, and then draw the new point across the line. So let me count this. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 spaces there, so let's count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This gives me E prime, 4 spaces. Count A. 1, 2, oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 spaces away, so count 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 spaces away, that gives me A prime. D is 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away. That's 4 spaces, 4 spaces. Count B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 spaces. Okay, count 15 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 spaces. And then C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Count 9 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, C is about right there. So remember, the distance from the figure to the line of reflection equals the distance from the image to the line of reflection. Now I'll use the line segment tool to connect the points. From here to here, here. Oops, here we go. Ah, it's not sticking. I think I'm missing a point. Which point do I not have? Let me see. I'm confused. E is here is E prime. A, there's A prime. This one. Oh, over here. Look at that. There's my mistake. I missed that point over there. So I need the trash can to delete this line. And then draw another line segment. Okay, I got it. Ding! There's my reflected image. Let's try number 7. It says draw a 150-degree clockwise rotation around center point C. Here's center point C, and we're going to go 150 degrees. Well, I can just imagine that if I draw a line and another line to make kind of an axis right there. And then from this point here, there, this line here is going to go all the way over about to here. I can imagine that's about 150 degrees clockwise. It says clockwise. Good. Okay. Oh, I lost my line. Let me get that back. There. So line BC is going to end up right about there. And I'm not going to count out all the spaces this time. I'm just going to imagine it and draw it the best I can. So line DC, let me change colors. Where do you think line DC will go? DC here is going to go right about here. And I'm not going to count out spaces. I'm just going to imagine it right there, I think. Now, my first dot was a little too short. Let me get rid of that one. Okay, then I'm just going to estimate everything. AB here is going to end up right about here. And DE is going to end up right about over here. And then EA would be right about here. Now, I'm not really sure. I just estimated. In fact, I didn't measure any of the lengths. I just estimated it. So what do you think the rotated image will look like? Why don't you show me your estimation? Here's mine. Looks a little too big, doesn't it? I can grab the Move tool if I select that. And then I could try again. I think this should be a little smaller. Maybe there. Yeah. About there. That looks better. I think that looks a little better. What do you think? There. Okay. Anyway, it's just an estimate. So do your best. It's time for you to try. Get started on your work.